Hello everybody, welcome back and happy Monday. Today we are looking at the game lodge from the other side. If you look carefully, you'll see palm trees and sea instead of bushveld, and there's the place that we did in the last video. It finally has a roof. Not totally finished. Damn, these roofs are tiring. As you can see underneath, it's not 100% done yet, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely we are getting there. That's just a lot of triangles, but I think you can get the idea of what we're looking for. And we are pretty much standing in the place where the watering hole will be, where the animals come and have a drink, and the people can come and sit out and watch them. We do have a swimming pool. I've just built the pit, and it's not really a place where you can come and do 52 laps and get your heart rate up, but it's gonna be pretty hot during the day, so it's just a nice place to relax and chill. We also have what's the start of a fire pit here. And yes, that's the only thing I could figure out what to use as the base of the fire pit. So this is the bird bath. Just ignore the bird. It's probably come to check out what the heck is happening. So this is our fire pit. Our fire will be placed. I don't think it'll sit in there. No, it won't. It will fit in there, but it won't sit in there. So it's gonna go in here, so everyone can gather around in the evenings or whatever time of the day you want and have a good fire there. I think that's an awesome fire pit actually, and keep warm if the temperature drops. We've got some wood there, but we do have to furnish the outside, and we do need to put water in the pool. So I think I'm going to do that first, and then we can do our other stuff at a later stage. Let's just do the thing. What color do we want? That's a bit light, maybe there. Same color, it doesn't, not hugely important because we're just going to be seeing the bottom of it. So hopefully this pool is the right size for the water. It's more just a grab yourself a drink and come and chill in the water. Okay, flip him over. Come on, there we go. Now, the problem is with what ultimately could be called an infinity pool. We can't really do an infinity pool here, but we can try. We need to check that the corners are hiding still. There we go, we can actually see that corner coming out. Yes, it's a two pool. Does that make sense? A two pool. Maybe a three pool because of, yeah. Dang it. Oh well, we tried. And need a bit in the middle there. Maybe. No, I can't push it further over. Otherwise it's going to pop out here. And then we're not going to be able, we're going to see the pool sticking out. So it's a 3-pool pool. Should we put the water pretty much up to the edge? I think so. Let's do one more. Can we do this? What do you say? Should be fine. The only problem is the pools are still above the floor. We're gonna have to take it down a notch. We can't do sort of the infinity top, which is unfortunate. Oh. One click. Come on. One. Don't want it to be too far down. Well, it might just have to be a slightly shallower pool. You can see it flickering there. What do you think of the lights at the bottom? I think that looks pretty good. Only problem. Whee! Freaky water. Do we maybe don't know if I have to put a full brick in or if this will do just to get the flickering out. There we go. Awesomeness. The only problem is Lord. Hold on, we're gonna have to move the light. It's making you feel a little queasy. I apologize. Yes, I am going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, that's fine, we'll just move it back. We all good? I think we are. As I say, it's not a deep pool, it's just somewhere to chill. You can take your glass of wine or beer or whatever, juice, and go sit in the pool and chill. Okay, we have steps coming down here to the patio, and this door opens into the bar restaurant, and then this door, I haven't completed it yet, will basically be the same sliding glass doors or folding glass doors that are on that side. Here we have, I think I'm going to take this away. We don't need it because this is where the fireplace is. So I think I'm just going to put some sort of partition there, or just something to break up the room. And we can have another lounge area here, perhaps with a TV. And then you can come out here. And here's the fire pit. Now, yes, sorry little birdie, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Now I have put a light switch there, so let's find us, I think, outside lights. Standing. I think these. So that's the street lights. I think these would work. We can Yeah, that'll work. I mean, it's not like predators are going to come and eat you or anything. It'll be fine. There are people here who have your best interests at heart. You wouldn't let the animals come and munch you while you were sitting around the fire pit. There we go. Alright, now we haven't really got any. We've got these chairs, which I don't think, I think they're too flimsy for the fire pit. Let's see, I'm thinking maybe that would be cool. Also an outdoor type chair. We take it into the dark driftwood. Okay, or alternatively into the maybe the walnut. I think both of them would work, but I'm leaning towards the driftwood because it's just a slightly different wood. Let's put a few chairs around here. Can sit and chill. A chat around the fire. Throw some wood on the fire. We've got this that runs all the way around like a ledge, so you can also sit on that, and you can also use it as a table if needs be, or you can put your drink on the floor. And we've got sand here. I think that will work. As I said, the roof is a work in progress. It will be done when it's done. It's like, I did this to my own self. I did. Alright, let me walk up here. I think we could probably do a couple of sunbeds up here. You want to toast yourself a bit? We can do these are quite cool. So we can do just the wooden ones, or you can throw a towel on it, or you can do the pillows, and of course we're going to do the pillows. But I think I'm going to lean towards that. Let's do cotton, and let's go for hair. Let's go for our animal print again, but again in black and white. I think it's pretty awesome. Now on this side, I'm thinking maybe tables and chairs outside here, maybe one or two on that side as well, but here we're going to stick with the sun chairs. And I think this is where the table that I've been so rude about is going to come into play. We're going to keep it with the black base, and we can pop it in here now. Although it is quite tall for these chairs. Well, that just makes me sad. But you need a table. Do we have a super low table? I think we do. We've got to make a table again. Let's see how A, how big this is, and B, it's huge, and no. Alright, so let's get our little, I'm thinking just a block, literally something that you can put a drink on. Let's make a thing. Something like that. Do we go just for a copper? Only problem with the coppers is they don't have much shine to them in certain angles, but at certain other angles they shine pretty dang well. So let's just do that. I think that worked. Now we have umbrellas. I can never remember where the umbrellas are, but they're here somewhere. Not in outdoor hobbies. There. That. They've all pretty much got the same base, except that one's round and that one's not round. So let's use that. And we can use the copper. I'm presuming this is, yes, the upright, the pole that keeps the umbrella up. Let's go again with maybe burlap. And, you know, I'm thinking white. Look how pretty that will look. Be a nice, fresh. Doesn't fit underneath. Damn it! Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Fine, we'll just pop it on the step up. Won't fit underneath. That's fine. Or at least give some protection from the sun. Not much. You're in the African bush, the sun is fierce. That's not looking too bad. Alright, now we have to decide. I was looking at long tables in here and I still haven't made my mind up about the color of the units in there. But for the outside, I'm leaning towards probably square tables out here, but literally square tables. I like these legs in this context. And we don't have much option, do we? Maybe we should go for the, let's see what that looks like. That's not too bad. Especially out here. we put a table outside here. If you don't want to sit in the fire pit, you can sort of I think I'd like to put sofas out here instead. We're going to the chairs next, so let's just look here. We've got the where are they? Okay, we've got these wicker chairs which have their place here. They now come into their own. And to be honest, I'm liking this better than these tall arms. So let's see. See what that, oh, that's not too bad actually. I quite like it. Okay, so we can put these here. And yes, I will remove that table. And then we can, have we got a corner? We do. I'm not fond of these high arms, but oh, ow, nearly sold it again, you know. Let's put, do we want that? I don't like that corner unit. I'm going to just put them like that. Then you can also come here and chill. Nice day to relax, read a book, listen to the birds and the insects and the cry of the wild animals and all that good stuff. All right, now we're going to use this. Now, finally, we will use that. Yes, I know you actually have tables that match with this, but I think that will be perfect. Okay, let's find us some chairs, shall we? For out here, I'm thinking something very simple, nothing too fancy. That has got, no, that's a little too turned, the legs. It's a sort of more solid. Yes, I know, very boring. But you know what? Should we? Probably look weird. Yes, it does. All right, we can put a cushion on it. Works for me. And this can be a 4-top. We're not going to have 1,000 people at the resort. By the time I'm finished building, we probably would have enough space for 4 or 5 of these units, and then whoever's coming from another place to pop past and have something to eat or a drink or whatever. So I think that looks pretty good. We will put plantings and things like that around as well. Okay, so if we go in here, we finally have the actual roof done, but we haven't completed the inside structure of it yet, like we have here, as you can see. So that inside, woo, that's fun. Hold on, let's fix this. Bring that out, and then we can just do that. And then it doesn't flicker on the wall anymore. Yeah, so all these supports and inside structures still need to be built. Okay, that can go back again. You can see I've been, yeah, there's still things that need to be looked at. So don't judge me too harshly. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. I do want to do something similar to this on this wall here, but obviously we can't really mess with the, actually we have a place there on this side, but as you can see it disappears on that side. So I'm thinking maybe to just put, we've got, bear with me here. We are going to have to get the images, and you know this takes time for it to read the custom images from the computer. Okay, let's see how big that is. Whoa, that's huge. Okay, that might be a little too big. Let's try that on a smaller scale. Interesting. Let's just move it. There we go. Not centered, but it is not stuck in the corner there. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Obviously, we're going to still do everything else. The wood and the support beams. But on this side, I think we're going to look at these windows. I just need to know how tall they are. They're 3 meters up. Let's see if we can fit how many we can fit. Okay, so if that's 3 meters, yes, I'm going to put that there. Simply because then we can play with the different shapes. Probably this is a bar, so yes, we are going to still do shelves behind it. but I think that could be interesting. Let's see. We are going to need the other side. If we want to do the full, but as you can see, we're not going to have enough space when that is centered there. So maybe we just need to do half. Sorry, the table's in my way. See, that won't quite fit. Could we cheat a little bit? Dang it. Where did I put that? I deleted it. I had it. It's... You can literally see that it's off. The other alternative now I've just pulled it too far. Oh, that is the middle. That is definitely the middle. Maybe we should just do that. Can we? Give it a different feel. And it worked. It's actually reading it in the window, in the wall. I think I can live with that. Okay, I'm going to leave that because I quite like that. And then we've got the kitchen through here, which as you can see is still a work in progress. But it's got gaps, it's got pieces, it's got this. So we'll get to that. Let me just finish with the roof first. In fact, I'm tempted here because this is the kitchen. I mean, that's 3.2 meters. We could probably just put a standard ceiling in here because you don't really want like bits of the rough plaster, maybe. You really don't want bits of the thatch to be falling in your cooking pot. Now out the back here we have the potential to extend the kitchen if needs be Actually, that looks pretty good there, that window. Okay. And as you can see here, we also have the potential to add on if needs be, because this is the front. And then over here we have the fireplace that we see inside. And that's the fire that's reflecting up here. And then we have the back of the resort. But I think I would like to take this wall down here, because I mean, this is beautiful and you don't really want to lose that effect by walling this off. So let's do that. Eight. Because here we have the regular living area, cozy up around the fire. Here we could have a TV on the wall and the same sort of furnishings. Do we want a table or do we want a TV unit? Now we used that in the rental unit outside, so that is potentially we can do the same thing where we in here we're using the beach, but we can do the front in copper as well. And that would make interesting, once again, interesting reflections to walk in. Very cool. And then we can get a big screen TV. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't like to just be able to sit here and chill? You can see my I'm in the middle of stuff is really off today. There we go. That's looking better. So now the question would be, what do we use as a divider here? Now we've got bits of roof jutting out all over the place. I have to fix that. Just ignore it for now. Not anything too solid. Maybe. We used okay, so that is one. That would work. It's sort of a screen just to split the room in half. Just don't like these knobs on top. They irritate me so badly. little bit more space there. I think let's not stick it right against the wall. That just sort of gives a semblance of privacy, and then we can always put a plant here or something like that, and then we've got that sofa. I don't know if I want to use that sofa in here though. This is the door here. We can always put a chair. That. Yeah, let's use that sofa. We might as well. It's literally the same room. It's a huge sofa, but it'll work. Now that's the door. I don't really want to block passage through here. This is off. Can we move this? Yes, we can. Have no reason not to move like that. A little bit better. All right, let us resize. And yes, I'm going to go right across here. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to leave it here. Family has arrived. So, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I hope you're enjoying, and let me know what you think. If you've got this far, please subscribe, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye for now.